Greetings, this is Travel Wellnesspreneur. I'm here with part two. Part one is on the TikTok for December 12th, 2022. And we pulled the card number 34, which is Earth Angel. I was saying in the TikTok video that we have to make sure that we treat everyone with compassion and be mindful that we could be entertaining angels here on Earth. Now, when I look at this card again, I am seeing that you have to meditate because you have the world in your hands. And how you get about that is for us to concentrate on what it is that we really want in life and meditate on it and manifest it. If there's things you want to change in your relationship, if there's things you want to change in your finances, if there's things you want to change in your zip code, you have to imagine them in your mind's eye first and then create them here on earth. Now I did look, and when I'm looking at this picture, it looks exactly what she's doing. She's actually trying to focus, manifest. She's holding it dear to her sacral chakra, and she's gonna make it happen. She's a beautiful being, beautiful spiritual being. So this card is a reminder that it is time to awaken the protective angelic side of yourself in order to safeguard the earth and all life on it for future generations. So this might resonate with you, and what I've said in the TikTok video might resonate more with you. And then I'll read what the angel number 34 means in numerology so that you guys could figure out in there that there's a message for you. Anything that's for you, take it. Anything that doesn't resonate, just let it go. Um, begin by ensuring. Okay, so begin by ensuring that your actions and words are supportive of a sustainable future for this beautiful planet. Through active participation in living a harmonious life with all of nature, you can show others the way forward. Be unselfish and compassionate in all dealings with people, animals, and all of the natural world. It was funny because the dog walked in when I was reading this before. Show compassion to your friends, your families, strangers throughout your daily lives, and try to do some random acts of kindness during this time. The angels want you to remember that expecting something in return negates the sincerity of doing it. So let's say if you pay something forward, like you pay the toll and you pay for the person behind you, um, but you expect something in return, that usually negates the gift, the kindness, the act of kindness. So be mindful to do something from your heart and don't expect anything in return. By sharing and caring for all life on this planet, you help raise the energy, bringing the earth closer to the point where fear can be replaced by love, and future generations can have their own hopes and dreams for a better future, which I think right now is so important because we have so much controversy and so much issues and so much conflicting ideologies right now, and we want our children to have a better future. Okay, so then I looked to the number 34, and I'll put the link on the bottom, but I would just give you a brief overview of what the soul number 34 means. The number 3 has charisma. It's about tolerance. It's about creativity, self-expression, increase, expansion, being optimistic, having great communication, being able to manifest your desires, bring it into reality. And it's a number of the ascending masters, so the Trinity, the number 3. If you think about Buddha or Jesus, things like that. And number 4 is about hard work, living in your purpose, establishing foundations, good foundations. And I'm reminded that, like, we're trying to start a new business, me and my son. So establishing good foundation for this business is going to make it better for us to have profit, be profitable. The number 4 resonates with doing things practically, pragmatically, to go with guidance. Like, we've researched some stuff and we talked to other people and we're getting guidance on it. It's about being organized, being passionate, being creative. It's about achieving your life purpose and your desires. Okay. So number 34 is reminding us to tap into our unfinished projects. the reason why most of us don't finish projects is because we have fear of the unknown. Um, I'm not saying that most of us have this issue. I'm saying the ones that do. The reason why is that you're afraid of the responsibility it takes with being successful. With more success comes more responsibilities. So a lot of us are fearful of this. In my personal life, things like completing my taxes or completing these business ideas. I have two other business ideas right now. One is to help my son, and one is for myself. So it's not for myself, it's for the collective, but it's my personal project. So focusing on these things and making it happen. One of the projects is turning my house over, getting it painted and stuff like that. I've not done that. Tomorrow I'm meeting with somebody that's going to help me clean out the basement, and I'm committed to doing one room at a time. So basically, uh, we want to start managing these challenges. So one of the ideas that I can suggest is that you can block the time out in your calendar. So if even if you're not at the house cleaning it out, you should be focusing on tasks that are relevant, like making phone calls, figuring out what how you're gonna paint it, what flooring, like being creative, get into your creative side during that time if you're not physically cleaning out the house. Um, that's just an example. The other thing is not to overbook or take on projects that you cannot handle. So if I'm trying to run my current business and help my son with his business and also help my other business get established, I can't overbook. I can't say, well, I'm going to take on 2 or 3 more massages. Well, that doesn't make sense because I don't have time to work on my other business. So just don't overbook, don't overwhelm yourself. Block out times. That's the most productive way to do it. Um, that's just my suggestion again. If you can handle it, or if you see that there's a lot of projects coming up, like if I have more clients, then I'm just gonna have to delegate that massage to someone else and just get a little bit off of that, like pay that person to do it for you. Um, the projects that you are not getting completed are actually something that's going to bring you abundance. And it's also something that you will enjoy. One of our projects is a nonprofit, and I know I will enjoy being able to help other people that are suffering with the same challenges that I suffer. And to be very transparent, is that my son is an athlete and his travel basketball is really, really, really expensive. And as a homeschooling mom, we don't have an opportunity to say, well, you know what, we won't do travel basketball. We'll just put him in school and he'll shine there. Well, we don't have the opportunity to do that in New York State because he is homeschooled. So my challenge and my struggle is to create a nonprofit so other homeschooling moms going through the same thing don't feel like they have to leave the state, like many parents I know have, and they will move to another state that doesn't have these requirements. So, and by requirement, I would say is that we don't get this um, for any of the inoculations, none of them. So that's a challenge. And in New York State, if you don't have this, you can't go to public school or private school or independent schools. So that being said, we have to find ways for our kids, our athletic children, to strive and thrive in what they love to do. Okay, so anyways, like I was saying, projects, just work. The message in the number 34 is to work hard, be hardworking, be creative. Your creative project, because this thing that we're creating is very creative, is a hard work, but they would equate to positive results. We're gonna have substantial rewards, not only by gaining financial reward, but by blessing people with a financial reward or scholarship that they normally wouldn't get. And it's going to bring about great opportunities for him and for other children. So that in itself is very rewarding, and we just have to get it done. In love relationships, the 34 is reminding us that we must give and take. If you want fidelity, if you want respect, if you want love, you have to give that in return. You have to invest in your relationships at this time. That's what the number 34 is reminding us. Find out what your partner's love language is. If you don't, there are links. I can put a link on the bottom so that you can find out what your love language is and what your partner's love language is, and work diligently on figuring out how you can feed that person's love language. And that actually shows that you respect them and that you love them and that you will do whatever it takes to make it work so that the person knows you love them because you're showing them by studying their love language. You study them and then you work on that. It'll improve your relationships. Be creative. The number 34 is about creativity. It's about being intelligent. It's about using science, spirituality, being intuitive. Again, self-expression, practical, realistic goals towards improving your relationship. If your life path number is number 34, meaning your birthday's on 3-4, on December 22nd, on December 4th, December 31st, things like that. Study, expand knowledge, and solving problems is your attribute. That's what you live for. Like, that's what you do. You're studying, you like to learn a lot, you like to problem solve and help other people. If 34 is your destiny number, which is a little confusing because destiny numbers usually are 1-digit numbers, but let's say it ends in is a 3 and a 4, then like you know that this is your destiny number. So example, how do we get to our destiny number? Our destiny number is your first, middle, and last name if you have any, or the multiple names. Some of us have 4 names, but my first and last name added up. So J is a 10, right? The letter 10. A is 1. So the alphabet, right? Then I'm adding the letter Jacqueline adds up to 1 number. Bonzalakis adds up to another number. I narrow it down, add that up. My first name is 97. My second name is 140. So 9 plus 7 equals 16. Okay, so if I was doing the destiny number 16, it reduces down to 1 digit, which is 7. My last name is 140, adds up to 140, so 1 and 4 is 5. Technically, my destiny number should be 75, or we could reduce it down further, which is 7 plus 5. It comes out to 3. Just giving you an example. I know this video is long, but it's so worth it. So find your destiny number. If you find your destiny number is 34, you are spiritual, you are wise, you are intuitive. People like you to be around. When you come around, you uplift other people's energies. No matter how you're feeling, you bring people's spirits up. They love to see you come in the room. You love to analyze, you love mysteries, you love solving problems. Okay, so the number 34 right now, it basically is saying that your prayers are going to be answered. Your angels are wanting to help you. Your guides, your spirit archangels, and your ancestors, they all want to help you. You just have to ask for help. That's the biggest thing, is like, we live this journey. I'm ready to cry because I think some of you are resonating with this. But we live in this world and we get criticized, we get mocked, we get trampled over, and we just have to ask for entities that are not physically what we see to help us. They are willing to help us. They're telling us they're there. We just have to ask for the help. They don't just come in. They see everything, but we have to ask them and invite them into our solutions and situations. Erase your fears of failure. 34 is reminding you to erase your fears of failure. What you're focusing on right now, the moments that you see 34, the moments you're seeing this, erase your fear of failure. You're not going to fail. They're telling you this is a good thing. Whatever is bothering you right now, it's a good thing. Dream big. Dream bigger. Dream as big as you can and want to. You're going to be successful. And the last thing is that if you believe the best is yet to come, the best will come. And it's actually here. It's manifesting. Just work at it little by little. Figure it out. Block out time. Anyways, with that being said, I'm getting a little emotional. It's the Travel Wellnesspreneur. Peace. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day.